All right, let's look at the homework 6.3, problem number 1. All right, so we have this region given here. A in this case 7, B is 1. Right? Then we want to rotate this guy about the y-axis, right? And using the shell method. Right, so it looks like, let's see, first one is actually, the picture is not there, but B is 1, so first picture is not correct. And second one looks promising. And the third one is not going to be it because they're using a disk method here. And here, looks like here, this is too big. It's supposed to hit 1 there. So the correct picture is the second one. All right, so why don't we borrow this picture, then set up the integral using the shell method. All right, so let's set up the integral here. So we have a volume V. Since this is a shell method, start with 2 pi. All right, the integral is going to go from, so B is 1, so this is 1 right here, right? So it seems like a region starts from 0 and ends at 1, right? So that's a no-brainer. And then we just have to find the radius of the cylindrical circular cylinder and a cylindrical shell. So then this is going to be the height of the shell, and we are again doing it with respect to x. All right, so radius. All right, so if you take a random x value here, so x, so it looks like a radius is simply just x. So this is x multiplied by height. All right, height is determined by this given function where a is 7 in this case, so 7x and x minus 1 squared. So we have to do 7x and x minus 1 squared. All right, so and that's it. So let's find the volume from there. All right, first I'm gonna pull 7 since it's just a number. So we're gonna get 14 pi. Right? Then you have an integral from 0 to 1. Right? Then you have an x squared. Then let's just compute this already. So you have x minus 1 squared, which is x squared minus 2x plus 1. Then you multiply by x squared. So it's going to be, we have x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus x squared with respect to x. Right? So we have that. Then we can just find the antiderivative using the power rule. Right? So this is going to be x to the 5th power over 5 minus 2x to the 4th power over 4 plus x cubed over 3, and then going from 0 to 1. All right, so we can simplify 2 and 4 cancel out, so that's going to be 2 left over. All right, then we can just plug in top number. All right, so in this case, let's say plug in 1 to the 5th over 5 is just 1/5. And then you put 1 here, so it's going to be 1/2, so it's a minus 1/2, and plus 1/3. All right. You notice that if you plug in x equals 0, all 3 terms are 0. So I'm not going to write anything down here. All right. Then we can just do the common denominator. So let's see, 14 pi. All right. What will be the common denominator of all 3? Let's see, 15 wouldn't cut it. So it's going to be 30. So take 30. All right, so 5 times 6 is 30, so we have to multiply 1 by 6, so it's 6. All right, negative 1/2 is 15 over 30, right? And 1/3 is 10 over 30, right? So we're going to get, let's see, so it's 14 pi times, all right, 16 minus, so it's 1 over 30, right? So we can cancel. Divide by 2, 7, divide by 2, 15. So we end up getting 7 pi over 15. right? So that's the volume of the solid of revolution we are interested in. Alright, so let's double check the answer. 7 pi. So the volume is, we did this one. Alright, 7 pi over 15. Right, so let's just go ahead and check the answer first. Right, and submit for testing. Alright, it came back and we got the volume correctly. Alright, so height function is just a given function, so you have a 7x. We've already done that. What was the function? X minus 1 squared. And the circumference function is going to be 2 pi r. So you have a 2 pi, and r was x, so it's a 2 pi x. Alright, so let's check the answer. Submit for testing. Alright, it came back and looks like we got all these guys correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.